What's good, everyone? It's your boy Zach, and welcome back to Grailbound Gaming. So this month I attended Really Rad Weekend in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and this was officially my first video game convention. And this convention had everything. It was beachside, it had vendors, YouTubers from the retro gaming community, panels, a cosplay contest, tournaments for both modern and retro video games, and a single celebrity guest. If you like what you're hearing so far and want to hear further about my experience and see some pickups, then you're gonna want to stick around for this one. Let's get it. Okay, so this convention was over the course of a couple days, and I ended up buying some VIP tickets to this convention. And with the VIP, you ended up getting this amazing shirt that I have right here, this really cool tie-dye shirt. But you also received a swag bag. Check that out. How cool is that, y'all? So let's take a look inside and see what we got. Okay, so the first item is the VIP pass. And I wore this the entire event. What was really cool about getting this pass is that I was able to get access to the vendor floor an hour before everyone else. So that was really cool. And let's see what's next. We have this really cool beach ball here that has Really Rad Weekend on it that you can blow up and play on the beach. There's also a few stickers in here as well. Let's see. There's this one, La Paz. It's like a Mexican restaurant that's in the area. There's a sticker for local market. Not sure if that's like a grocery store or like a local market maybe nearby. And then this one's really cool too. A Really Rad Weekend CRTV sticker. That is awesome for sure. Let's see. Oh, this is funny. Also got a small little button here of Slowpoke. That's really cool. And then here's this really cool keychain modeled after the SNES cartridge that says Really Rad Weekend. That is awesome. Really cool. And last but not least, this is some Chipotle hot sauce from local market. So I'm gonna have to maybe use this on some food, maybe some tacos, we'll see. But I thought this was like a really unique item to have in the swag bag for sure. So yeah, a lot of freebies and other items that you would get if you decided to buy the VIP pass at this convention. Okay, so now I'm gonna highlight a few components about this convention. The first being that it was beachside. You were literally able to walk out of the back of the resort and step onto the sandy beaches with the waterfront. That was really cool. Wow, what a view, right? So they also had an area dedicated strictly to retro video games. And in this area, there was a bunch of CRTVs with retro video game consoles hooked up to them that you can just literally walk up to and play. And then on the perimeter, there was also arcade machines as well. So check this out.
Oh, they have tails in here too. So I'm playing both of them. There we go. Gotta get some bounce.
So throughout the couple of days of the convention, there were multiple panels hosted by YouTubers within the retro gaming community. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend every single panel, but I do want to highlight some of the ones that I did attend. So the first panel that I attended was hosted by the Pixel Game Squad. And what was really cool and fun about their panel was that they had a little bit of trivia with a twist. So they ended up displaying a zoomed in picture of different SNES carts, and the crowd actually had to guess what is the game, what is the SNES game, and that was really cool. So based on your answer, if you did get it right, you received a ticket, which later led to a drawing for a prize. So that was really cool. So the second panel that I attended was hosted by Retro Wolf 88, GameCube Galaxy, and Pac-Man Case, and it was about the love and nostalgia for the sixth generation video game consoles. And if you're not familiar with that generation, it included the Sega Dreamcast, the PlayStation 2, the Nintendo GameCube, as well as the OG Xbox. And it was really cool hearing about all these guys' experiences with all these different consoles and why they love them so much, as well as there was some trivia involved too that was based on historical facts about each of the consoles. One thing that I did not know that I did learn while at this panel was that the original controller for the Xbox, the Duke, was actually modeled after the Sega Dreamcast controller. And if you actually hold up both of those controllers side by side, you can really see the resemblance. That was something really cool that I did not know, that I was happy to learn. So the last panel that I attended was hosted by Rad Junk, and they're not only on YouTube, but they are actually a local video game store in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. This panel was centered around the market trends within the video game industry. So whether you are a consumer buying video games, or you're a reseller selling games, or you own a brick and mortar store, an online store, this was definitely an important panel to be a part of, because as we know, next year the Xbox 360 store shuts down. Any physical Xbox 360 games are projected to go up in value. So that was one of the topics that we discussed at this panel. It was very informative, very intriguing, very engaged. The guys were extremely knowledgeable, and it was really cool to, understand how people tend to collect for their systems based off of different trends within the market. So before I get into all the pickups that I got at the convention, I do want to spend some time just informing you all that a big selling point of me going to this convention was to meet YouTubers in the retro gaming community. There's some YouTubers that I've been watching for years, and others I've been watching since the pandemic back in 2019, 2020. And, before going to this event, I told myself, wow, it'd be really cool to attend just to meet these guys and let them know how much of an inspiration they are and how much I do enjoy their content. So after some much needed encouragement from my wife, I decided to bring a few games from my collection for them to sign their autograph with. So during this part of the video, I'm going to go through all those different games and show you, show you the autographs. So the very first game that I had signed was by Phoenix Resale. So this is my copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee. I know that this is like his favorite game on the Nintendo GameCube, and you can see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. It says Phoenix Resale. Not only that, but I was able to get a sticker from him as well. So that's pretty cool. It's the original symbol for his channel right there. All right, next up, I decided to bring my copy of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door and get it signed by Retro Wolf 88. There, you can see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And I know this is definitely one of his favorite games on the Nintendo GameCube. I watched his video where he actually reviewed this game extensively in depth, and it's cool. It was cool to meet him. And he also gave me a sticker too for his channel. Really cool. All right, next up is a channel on YouTube that's all about the GameCube. And I was able to get my copy of Resident Evil 4 signed by Marcello, aka GameCube Galaxy. There's his signature right there. And yeah, it was really cool being able to meet him in person. I know that this is like his favorite game on the Nintendo GameCube. He really praises Resident Evil 4 a lot. So it was very cool to meet him in person. And the last autograph that I received was by Pac-Man Case, Andy from Pac-Man Case. And this Bloody War game is like one of his favorites on the Nintendo GameCube console. And fun fact, this is the last Bloody War, I believe, that was released on console. And man, they should really run this game back. They should really make more of the Bloody War games and just continue the franchise. As you can see, these are all four of them. And since these are from my collection, I can hold on to these forever for sure. It was great meeting all of those guys in person, and they were very friendly, very, easy to talk to. It was just really cool. And these are their favorite games that I actually own in my collection. So that just made the experience 10 times better. Now, I do have another item that was autographed that isn't a video game, but it was autographed by a couple of YouTubers. And if you've been watching YouTube since 2011, 2012, and are familiar with the Game Chasers, then you should know that they also made a movie as well. So both Billy and Jay were present at the convention, which blew my mind because I've been watching these guys for so long. And I ended up getting a copy of their movie and had them sign it. So here's Billy's signature and here's Jay's signature. And I'm definitely looking forward to watching this movie within the coming days. Now, earlier within the video, I did mention that there was a special guest celebrity present there. And if you didn't catch on to the picture that was at the beginning of this video, ladies and gentlemen, a skateboarding legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Bam Margera was present at this convention. And he was taking pictures and signing autographs with fans. I thought it was really cool because I grew up watching MTV. I grew up getting into skateboarding and playing the Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. So I made sure to get like an autograph and a picture with them. And there were a couple games from my collection that I brought with me to get signed by him. So the first one is the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And this is Bam's signature with his infamous symbol right here. And I believe that's his name. Yeah, his last name is right there. So this is the very first game that I got autographed by Bam. The second game that I brought with me to get autographed is the Tony Hawk's Underground 2. And there he is right there at the bottom on the front cover of the case. Really, really cool guy. It was awesome being able to meet him in person. Very friendly. He loves gaming. And it was great to be able to just see him being around people, laughing and enjoying life. So with that being said, that is my last autograph. And I just want to say, I'm just so grateful and thankful to have met all those YouTubers and even Bam himself at the convention. You guys really made it worth going to this event. And thank you for just being friendly and being genuine and just sharing your passion about video games. It was really amazing and inspirational. So I just want to extend my thank you to all of you. Okay, now the moment that you all have probably been waiting for. I'm going to move forward and show you all the pickups that I got at this convention. Okay, so the first few items in my pickups aren't even video games, but they are video game related. So at the convention, Adam, aka the Retro Beard, was selling some signs and I had to just go over and get some. So I picked up 3 coasters that I'm gonna show you here. This one is the GameCube Galaxy coaster. So it's modeled after GameCube Galaxy's YouTube channel. So that's really cool. Really cool, really shiny as well. The next one is a PlayStation one. So there's the PlayStation symbol right there. And the last one is the Xbox symbol right here. So yeah, I'm definitely happy to have all of these coasters, and now I can actually put them here within the game room. And there was a sign that I saw that I just had to get. I could not pass up on this opportunity. So I picked up the Legend of Zelda sign. If you don't know before, you should know now that I am a huge Legend of Zelda fan, and Link is by far my most favorite Nintendo character. So when I saw that Adam, aka Retrobeard, had this at his table, I had definitely had to pick it up. I'm gonna have to find somewhere within the game room to display it, but it'll all be good. So yeah, those are the first few pickups. Not video games themselves, but definitely video game related. So yeah, those were some really cool coasters and that one Legend of Zelda sign. If that's something that you would like if you would like to add some more signs to your game room, then definitely check out Adam on Instagram at the Retrobeard, and definitely DM him and see what he has to offer. It's really cool. Now I'm gonna move into all the video game pickups that I got at the convention, with the first being Frogger Helmet Chaos on the Nintendo DS. And this is for my wife. She actually picked this out. She wanted it, so I definitely wanted to showcase it here. The Frogger games are really cool, like quick and easy. I wouldn't say easy, but they're definitely like games that you can play co-op together. So moving forward, I definitely will, collect all the Frogger games on the PlayStation. And what's cool about this one is that it also includes the 1981 arcade game within it as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. And you can see it is complete with the manual and the game cartridge. All right, so the next game I have been wanting for a long time now, and I do have the second game and the third game within the series, but I was missing the second game. So at the convention, Scott Squatch was actually a vendor, and he was selling games from his personal collection. So I picked up Def Jam Vendetta for the PS2 right here. And if you're wondering if it is complete, yes, it is. It is definitely complete for sure. So I was very happy to have this, and I look forward to playing this before Def Jam Fight for New York. All right, so the next two games I ended up buying from Retro Wolf's booth at the convention. The first one being Crazy Taxi for the PS2. This game originally came out on the Sega Dreamcast, and I definitely had fond memories of playing it on the Dreamcast, but I've been trying to get it on the PS2 for the longest. And, Matt, aka Retro Wolf, had a really nice copy here with the manual as well as the disc intact. So I can finally add this to the collection. All right, the next game is a Wii game. I'm always looking for Wii games, very unique ones, as I continue to build my collection. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the last panel that I went to that talked about market trends within the video game community, it's actually predicted that any games that are on the original Wii may go up in value moving forward. So, now's the time to also buy Wii games. So with that being said, one of those unique games for the Wii is Need for Speed Nitro, a really cool arcadey racy game. I believe I first saw this on Metal Jesus Rock's channel, and I was like, wow, that looks really cool. So let me go ahead and get this game. And yeah, Retro Wolf had it at his booth, and it's complete. So I look forward to playing this as well. All right, so the next game I ended up just picking up from the panel with Retro Wolf, GameCube Galaxy, and Pac-Man Case. And it is God of War, the original God of War for the PS2. Now, it isn't complete, but the manual is there. And what's cool is that it's in an original Blockbuster case. That's really cool right there. So I did have the God of War games for the PS2 like a long time ago, and I sold them, and I have like the remastered versions on the PS3. But, why not? Why not get the first game and then hunt down the second game for the PS2 collection? So yeah, happy to have this as well. So this next game, I had to do a little bit of digging in order to get it. There was a booth that was there. I don't remember the guy's name, but he was selling $5 games, and there was a whole bunch of PS2 games that were at his booth. But it was on this, like, I would say the small, like, bookshelf, and, the games were stacked vertically. So I had to do a little bit of digging to get to it. But I was able to pick up Peter Jackson's King Kong, and this is from the official movie. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is complete with the manual and the disc. The disc it's in okay condition. There's like some surface scratches there. I'm gonna see if it plays. If it doesn't, then I'll just get it resurfaced. But due to the condition of the disc, I was able to get this for $3, which I'm very happy about. And I do plan on getting this game on the 360 because I believe that is the definitive version for it. So I got to make sure to pick this up, but at least I can add this to the PS2 collection. Okay, so I'm gonna move into the very last pickup that I got at the convention. And there was a publisher that was at the booth by the name of Premium Edition. And if you don't know anything about this publisher, they are all about preserving video games and making the experience of their developers' games very memorable. So I went up to the booth, I talked to a few of the employees that were present there, and this one game really caught my eye. And as I was discussing more and more about the game with the employee, I was like, man, I really need to go ahead and like really pick this up. And that game is Cathedral for the Nintendo Switch. And it's the special edition that I picked up. Now, the only thing that I know about this game is that a lot of people say that it's similar to Shovel Knight, which I never played, but it's also a Metroidvania. Overall, when it comes to Metroidvania, it's definitely a genre that I'm wanting to buy more and more games for. I just like the aspect of being able to explore different parts of levels and get items to advance within those levels, as well as fight some really gigantic, larger than life bosses. So I'm really excited to dive into Cathedral for the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so everyone, I'm so glad that you all stuck around to hear about my experience at this video game convention and to also see the pickups that I got. And I encourage you all, if you have not attended a video game convention, please do so. It's just a great opportunity to really connect with the retro gaming community and to create new experiences for your life. So with that being said, in the comments down below, let me know what video game conventions should I attend in 2024. I want to make sure that I know all the unique conventions that are out there, and it's important for me to be able to plan ahead for sure. And if you do like this type of content and want to see more of this gaming content from your boy, then definitely do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So once again, thank you all so much for hanging out with me and hearing about my experience with Really Rad Weekend. And I look forward to seeing you all within the next video. I'm out.